All right, so the video that you're getting ready to watch, I need to explain some things to you so you have a little bit of an understanding of what it is. And it's more scientific based. So if you feel it's a little boring, go ahead and just click through and just go more from the front to the end if you wish. It's got some interesting stuff towards the end on some of the capabilities of the radio. But basically, what Beata and I did was we took Indy out for a walk in the swamp this morning, and Beata had asked me if I wanted to take the laptop and the radio system out there and go ahead and do a test. I said, well, you think so? I said, I can take it if you want. So anyway, I took it. It was pretty much the same setup that I had out there at the fridge that we talked about in the podcast, and except for no battery. It was basically running off the laptop's battery system. But what we did was we took the discount antenna and we stuck it up on top of the roof and went ahead and did a drive down the southern part of the area of the swamp and did a survey. And basically what it is, it's looking for the 1.6 gigahertz signal. Now the reason why I would do something like that is to go ahead and do my homework and see if the signal can reappear at any other time from any location, not just out in the swamp. Now so far I have been doing the same setup at my house on weekends looking for that 1.6 gigahertz signal, and I have been unable to find it so far. And every attempt that I've done, I haven't seen it appear on the scope at all. It's just not there anytime I'm gone looking for it. So that's what we did this morning. We went out to the swamp and see if we could detect it out there. And we did not detect it out there, but I'll post all the stuff there anyway. Like I said, it just shows the meter, but if it gets a little boring, to skip through, because at the end I show you a little bit of the capabilities of the radio system and show you that it is working. So that part is interesting. So I talked a little bit about the bandwidth and how that works, and show you some more capabilities of it, and I find that's pretty interesting. Now at the very end of the video, what we did also was we drove to a tower that's on Highway 33. Some big old tall towers that have a lot of microwave this and antenna for that, and so I took it out there and checked the antennas on the side of the highway, and there was nothing on the 1.6 gigahertz also. But I checked it out what they were transmitting off those towers, and those towers were transmitting things in the 800 megahertz, 900 megahertz total in that band sector right there was very strong, and also around the 2 gigahertz. There was some strong stuff going on right there. It was just really off the scale type stuff. I mean, like the decibel level is like really, really high. So that tells me, yeah, for sure it's coming from the towers. So, but nothing on the 1.6, man. It remains elusive still. So, I'm going to go ahead and put together the video. I'll put this up in the front so you have an understanding of what I'm talking about before you watch all that data going across the screen. And it is pretty interesting because, it's basically in search of, and that's really what this is, doing surveys in search of the areas that seem to be able to produce the 1.6 gigahertz frequency. Yep, as you can tell, we are not at the fridge at the moment, and there's nothing at all. Same frequency is set. The antenna is on the roof. Indy's in the back seat. Beata's looking at me. People are like, what are you looking for? We're looking for space aliens. Yeah.
Something that's not normal.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a survey, because that's a magnetic base right there. That thing has no problem staying up there. So I'm going to drive down the road along the edge of the swamp here. So I'm going to give the camera to Beata so she can drive, and I'm going to turn the computer around. Okay, that should be good like that. Let me put the contrast down just a little bit more. Oh, go away, Norton. Alright, that's better. Hopefully it won't. What we're doing, we're driving around to see if we can pick up that same signal. That's the purpose of it, is to pick up the signal. Because what we picked up at the fridge, it appears to be unique. I mean, we're not picking up anything. And we're on the edge of the green swamp. Let me put the speaker on. There you go, that's better. Now, as we go near power lines, we might see things, but so we'll see. I just went under a power line and nothing. I'm driving near a power line and there's nothing. And that's fine.
You need to close the window by
You mean for Indy? No, I'm gonna leave it open. Nothing, huh? As flat as all get out, ain't it? Sorry.
Yes, come on.
Sorry.
I'll look. Drive.
So, you know, what I'm saying is that if that would be a GLONASS signal or the European satellite stuff from GPS, anything like that we should be picking up that signal all the time, no matter what, just like any other GPS satellite. So, you know, I realize not all GPS is geostationary, but with enough time, those satellites still should come over the horizon that are transmitting. And so far, nothing. I mean, it looks quiet. I can open up that bandwidth just a little bit more. Let me make sure that bandwidth is a little bit more right here. It's on a 10. It's on a 10 kilohertz. We can set it to 12.5. Open it up a little bit more. put it back to 7 or 10 rather. Alright, I'm going to leave that alone. Shut the mouse off. Okay. Horse in the background. They're looking at me like, what is that on top of your truck? Yes, we're looking for space aliens, space invaders, like the video game. Okay, I'm under a power line. No change. I don't see any kind of a change. Okay, going along a couple of houses. There's something very faint coming in on that side, really faint. But you can see it on the waterfall. Okay, fixing to go under another power line. There's a house. Still quiet. Film around too. There's nothing out here.
No, there's nothing.
We're on the edge of this. This is one of the perimeter roads in the swamp.
What is that, vultures in the front here?
Those ain't vultures. Those birds. I don't think there's no vultures.
Oh.
Another power line's coming up. I don't see anything on the waterfall.
I did earlier.
Yeah, very faint.
Yeah,
really,
okay.
really faint. There's that land for sale, I think. Where I'm
Yeah, it's
wrong.
really where. There, that's where we're driving. We're really driving out there.
I guess they want you to know there's no trespassing.
I think that concludes it.
I'm going to park right up here and go.
Okay.
I'll recheck it again. I'll shut it off and reconnect it and make sure nothing was wrong. Yeah, the gate should be closed. It is.
Well, let's check the equipment then.
Come on, would you just close? Yes, thank you very much.
She's looking.
All right, then I'll disconnect this, and it's hot. This is hot, so it was running. Okay, you heard it. You heard it connect up again. So let's kick it off again. Yeah, I'm gonna open up that up a little bit more. I'm gonna put that on 12. And we'll drop that down. Now drop that down. And we're gonna launch it. Okay, as you can tell, there's still nothing going on. I'll zoom in a little bit more on it. Okay, so let's just do a check over here. Hear that?
What is that?
That's FM radio.
Really?
Yeah, it just shows you that it's received. Oh, it's free public radio. Play it. That's proof that it's working. And see, that's a good illustration of the bandwidth, right? I'll shut this truck off so you can hear better. See, that's a good illustration of bandwidth because you can see the waterfall. That is the amount of bandwidth, right? So when we were on 1.6 gigahertz and 7,000 hertz, that is minuscule on the amount of bandwidth between 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 is minuscule. You can see the amount of bandwidth that's needed here. 192,000 is the bandwidth on this one. That's how wide it eats up on the spectrum that is necessary to carry voice. Back over here. And what we'll do is we'll narrow this down a little bit. See, any doubts that it's working? There should be no doubt that this is actually truly a functionable system that's working. And I'm taking it through different frequency bands. Okay, so we're going to go back to 1.6 again and see what we get.
Expected to move across the Windward Islands late Sunday night and Monday.
Alright, and we'll come over here. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Put it back at 1.7, see? Let's go hunting around here and see if we see anything. And let's adjust it here. Let's see if we can see some signals coming in.
Hang on, Andy.
I ain't seeing too much of anything. There's a little bit of blip. A little blip happened right about there, but we're in the iridium band right now.
Okay, let's. You need to move out of the way, please, so I can. Okay, now.
All right, so I'm going to shut it off. All right,
Okay.
it's off.
Okay.
All right, so this shows you that we are in the green swamp. And you're looking at the sign, exactly the location that we're at. All right, but yet when we went to the fridge site, as soon as I turned on the equipment, we started receiving the signal right away. Now this is morning time, and that was in the evening time. But we drove along this whole roadway right here, and we didn't pick up any signals. And I also showed you that it was fully functional by taking it and turning it to the FM radio bands and the weather bands and stuff like that, and you could hear the voice being transmitted with no problem at all. So the equipment was running. Okay. All right. So that concludes my my experiment that we did this morning, and I'll put it together and show you on a video. All right. Bye. And also, we decided to check these towers out, and there's nothing going on around these towers anywhere near the 1.6 range at all. And there is the tower right there. There's two of them here. Nothing. And I'm connected to the antenna right there.